If you're over 60, this could be one of the most important videos you watch this year. Some vegetables that look perfectly healthy could be silently harming your body. They may weaken your immune system, speed up brain aging, and even damage your leg muscles, putting you at greater risk for falls, which remain the leading cause of fatal injuries among older adults. Yes, you heard that right. Certain vegetables could be destroying your mobility without you even realizing it. And no, this isn't a scare tactic. These findings are backed by solid science, including large-scale studies published in the Journal of Gerontology. Researchers followed tens of thousands of older adults and uncovered shocking links between specific vegetables and a steep decline in physical function, blood vessel health, and even memory retention. Most people have no clue. They eat these so-called healthy vegetables daily, not knowing they can trigger inflammation, damage tiny blood vessels in the legs, and impair walking ability over time. It's not your fault. These hidden dangers rarely make the headlines. In this video, you'll discover 3 vegetables you should be eating regularly to support brain clarity, immune strength, and strong, steady legs. And just as importantly, 3 vegetables you must avoid if you want to stay active, independent, and sharp well into your later years. And stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal one popular vegetable that many think is beneficial, but it could actually be sabotaging your leg health in silence. If you care about your body and your future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss science-backed tips to keep your health on track. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Type 1 in the comments if you're excited to learn something new today, or type 0 if you're skeptical. Either way, your feedback matters, and let us know where you're watching from. Now let's dive into the 3 best vegetables seniors should include in their diet. Let's start with one of the most underestimated vegetables in your kitchen: carrots. These bright orange roots might seem ordinary, but they carry serious benefits, especially for those over 60. They're more than just crunchy snacks. They're quiet defenders of your independence, your movement, and your daily joy. Carrots are natural powerhouses filled with nutrients that help you not only live longer, but live better. They don't just support your lifespan. They help protect your ability to stay mobile, to connect with people you love, and to move through your day without fear or limitation. One of the biggest advantages carrots offer is sharper vision. They're packed with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, a nutrient your eyes depend on to function properly. And when your eyesight stays strong, so does your confidence. You can enjoy the details in your grandchild's smile, drive yourself to the store, walk through unfamiliar places without hesitation, and avoid the kind of falls that can change your life in an instant. Studies show that a diet rich in beta-carotene may slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration, the top cause of vision loss in people over 60. That's about staying in control of your life on your terms. And carrots do even more behind the scenes. Their antioxidants help protect your nerves and blood vessels, especially in the legs and feet. That means faster, clearer signals from your brain to your body, the kind of coordination that lets you catch your balance, take steady steps, and stay on your feet longer. Strength without coordination leads to accidents. Carrots help both systems, your physical movement and the sensory communication between your brain and body, stay sharp and synchronized. Carrots also contain a special fiber that helps regulate blood sugar levels. This is crucial because blood sugar spikes can damage the delicate blood vessels in your legs and feet over time. When these vessels are compromised, you may experience numbness, tingling, or weakness in your lower extremities, all factors that increase your risk of falling. By helping to maintain stable blood sugar, carrots indirectly support your mobility and independence. For optimal benefits, aim to include about half a cup of carrots in your diet daily. This amount provides significant nutritional value without overwhelming your system. And don't worry about variety. Carrots come in different colors, including purple, yellow, and white, each offering slightly different nutrient profiles. Let's talk about broccoli. Not the most exciting item on your plate, but one of the most powerful tools you have to stay strong, steady, and mentally sharp in your 60s and beyond. This humble green vegetable works quietly to protect the very systems that keep you moving and thinking clearly each day. Broccoli functions like a form of living protection for adults over 60, whose natural resilience can gradually dip. This cruciferous vegetable steps in with backup, supporting your blood vessels, brain, joints, and more. It's designed by nature to reinforce the areas where strength matters most. What gives broccoli its edge is a compound called sulforaphane. This plant nutrient fights inflammation right at its root. And chronic inflammation isn't just discomfort. It's a slow and silent force that damages your heart, your bones, your memory, and even your grip strength. Sulforaphane neutralizes this damage before it piles up. It turns on your body's own detox systems and enhances the way your cells protect themselves. Beyond sulforaphane, broccoli delivers key nutrients your body demands every single day. You're getting vitamin K, calcium, and antioxidants, the combination your bones and arteries depend on. That means stronger bone density, a lower chance of fractures, and arteries that stay clear and flexible. And when your bones stay solid and your blood flows easily, you move with less pain and a lot more freedom. Let's not overlook what this does for your legs and feet. Broccoli supports circulation to your lower limbs, and that directly affects how steady you feel when you stand or walk. It can also ease complications that come from poor blood flow, especially for those managing diabetes or blood pressure issues. Better circulation means fewer cramps, less swelling, and legs that don't feel like anchors at the end of the day. But here's something many people overlook. How you prepare your broccoli makes all the difference. Tossing it into a pot of boiling water might seem convenient, but that single step can strip away most of its powerful compounds. The sulforaphane? Gone. The antioxidants? Reduced. What's left barely resembles the nutritional powerhouse you started with. Instead, go for light steaming. Just a few minutes is enough to soften the broccoli for easy digestion while keeping its nutrients locked in. This method preserves the sulforaphane and gives your body full access to its protective effects. Steamed broccoli delivers more than flavor. It's practical nutrition that works with your body, not against it. Recent research has shown that the compounds in broccoli may help protect brain function and cognitive abilities as we age. The sulforaphane we mentioned earlier doesn't just fight inflammation in your joints and blood vessels. It also crosses the blood-brain barrier and helps protect your brain cells from oxidative stress and damage. This protection is crucial because brain cells don't regenerate easily. For those concerned about digestive health, broccoli offers significant benefits as well. Its fiber content supports regular bowel movements and feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. This gut-friendly effect is more important than many realize, as emerging research continues to uncover connections between gut health and everything from immune function to mood regulation. To maximize these benefits, aim to include broccoli in your meals 2 to 3 times per week. Remember that variety is key to a balanced diet, so rotate broccoli with other cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage for a wide range of nutrients. Now let's move on to our third beneficial vegetable, one that might surprise you with its powerful effects on senior health and mobility. Spinach belongs in your kitchen, not just because it's green, but because it actively helps your body stay sharp, steady, and strong beyond 60. It may look like just another leafy vegetable, but inside it's working as a quiet powerhouse for your energy, clarity, and movement. It holds a special place in the toolkit of anyone serious about aging with control and confidence. Spinach stands out for one key reason: natural nitrates. These compounds boost the flexibility of your blood vessels and improve the flow of blood to your muscles and brain. That matters because with each passing decade, circulation naturally slows, reflexes dull, and it takes longer to think clearly or feel fully steady on your feet. Spinach helps flip that around. When you eat spinach regularly, you feed your body the nutrients it needs to stay mobile and mentally alert. It widens blood vessels so oxygen moves freely. Your legs and feet receive better support. Your movements feel more responsive. And even walking across the room feels easier and safer. That kind of support isn't noticeable overnight, but over time it adds up in a powerful way. Spinach delivers real cognitive benefits. It's rich in lutein and folate, two nutrients directly linked to mental clarity. People who include lutein-rich foods in their meals tend to show better memory, faster thinking, and fewer signs of cognitive decline. That's not speculation. That's backed by research. Lutein is stored in brain tissue where it helps preserve the sharpness and speed of your thoughts. Losing clarity in your vision changes more than how you see. It affects how you live. Spinach helps protect your sight at a time when your eyes need consistent support. With age, the risk of macular degeneration becomes real, and that puts your independence at risk. Spinach brings a defense system in the form of two powerful compounds, lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients strengthen the macula, the central part of your retina responsible for detailed vision. When you keep your macula supported, you protect your ability to read, drive, recognize faces, and walk through a crowded room without second-guessing each step. Clear eyesight keeps you confident in your surroundings and connected to the people and moments that matter most. How you cook spinach plays a huge role in what your body actually absorbs. Light sautéing with a small splash of olive oil keeps the key nutrients intact while making it gentle on your digestion. You can also toss fresh spinach into a smoothie. No heavy prep required. Just don't overcook it. High heat can break down the nutrients and rob you of the very benefits you're trying to gain. Spinach is one of the richest plant sources of iron, a mineral that's essential for energy production and oxygen transport throughout your body. Iron deficiency is surprisingly common among older adults and can lead to fatigue, weakness, and reduced physical capacity. All factors that can significantly impact your quality of life and independence. Another often overlooked benefit of spinach is its high magnesium content. Magnesium plays a crucial role in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, including muscle and nerve function, blood glucose control, and blood pressure regulation. Many seniors don't get enough of this vital mineral, which can contribute to muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, and even increased fall risk. To incorporate spinach into your diet effectively, aim for 2 to 3 cups of fresh spinach, which cooks down to a much smaller amount, several times per week. Baby spinach tends to have a milder flavor and more tender texture, making it an excellent choice for those who find mature spinach too bitter or tough. Now, let's turn our attention to the vegetables that seniors should approach with caution or avoid altogether. Mashed at holiday dinners, crispy on the side of a burger, baked and loaded during a Sunday lunch with family. White potatoes hold a place in the hearts of many, and for good reason. They feel warm, familiar, and rooted in comfort. They show up in family gatherings, childhood memories, and decades of mealtime tradition. But if you're over 60, that same comfort may be quietly undermining your strength, balance, and long-term health. The danger isn't in how they taste, it's in how they act once they're inside your body. White potatoes break down quickly into simple sugars, pushing your blood sugar up in a sharp spike. That spike may not feel like much at the moment, maybe just satisfaction or a short burst of energy. But beneath that surface, something more damaging is taking place. Those repeated sugar surges cause inflammation in your blood vessels. Over time, that inflammation wears down the very pathways that your brain, heart, legs, and feet rely on for oxygen and nutrients. For someone over 60, that kind of damage hits harder. Circulation is already more delicate at this stage, and white potatoes make it worse. Reduced blood flow to your legs and feet can slow healing, dull your sense of touch, and drain your strength when you need it most, like when standing from a chair or steadying yourself on stairs. White potatoes are high on the glycemic index. That means they're fast to digest and fast to harden your arteries. This stiffening, called arteriosclerosis, makes it harder for your heart to pump blood through tight, rigid vessels. That leads to cold feet, cramping in the calves, numbness, and eventually mobility issues that can take away your confidence in everyday movements. A small misstep in the kitchen, a stumble while reaching for something on a shelf. These moments can turn serious when your balance is off, your legs feel weak, or your feet can't sense the floor the way they used to. White potatoes, despite their comforting appearance, quietly increase those risks. The inflammation and poor circulation they promote reduce muscle strength, numb your reflexes, and increase the odds of falling, a major cause of injury after 60. The problem doesn't end with the potato itself. It's how it's usually prepared. Most potato dishes are dressed up with butter, heavy cream, cheese, or extra salt, all of which make existing conditions worse. That baked potato with a scoop of sour cream or those creamy mashed potatoes at dinner can raise blood pressure, strain your heart, and throw off blood sugar levels. When it comes to nutritional value, white potatoes don't bring much to the table. Their pale color hints at the problem. They lack antioxidants, vitamins, and the protective compounds your body needs to stay strong. In contrast, deeply colored vegetables like sweet potatoes and carrots offer far more. These rich orange veggies are packed with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress and help protect your cells from premature aging. If you're wondering what to eat instead of white potatoes, consider sweet potatoes as your first alternative. They offer a similarly satisfying texture, but with a significantly lower glycemic index and much higher nutritional value. Sweet potatoes are rich in beta-carotene, which supports vision and immune function, and they contain more fiber than white potatoes, helping to slow digestion and prevent those harmful blood sugar spikes. Another excellent alternative is cauliflower, which can be mashed, roasted, or even riced to create textures similar to potatoes, but with far fewer carbohydrates and a much gentler impact on your blood sugar. Cauliflower also contains compounds that support detoxification and may help reduce inflammation throughout your body. Remember, making this switch doesn't have to be all or nothing. Even reducing your white potato consumption and replacing it with healthier alternatives half the time can make a significant difference in your long-term health and mobility. Now let's move on to our second vegetable that seniors should approach with caution. That bright, glossy purple vegetable sitting in your fridge might seem like a healthy choice. It looks fresh, it's light on calories, it's packed with fiber. But if you're over 60, that eggplant might be working against you. Quietly, gradually, and dangerously, eggplant belongs to a family of plants that produce a chemical called solanine. This chemical acts as a natural defense for the plant, but once it's inside your body, it can stir up low-grade inflammation, especially in areas already sensitive to wear and tear. Your joints, your muscles, even your nerves. If your knees feel stiff in the morning or your hands take a while to loosen up, solanine may be adding fuel to the fire. People managing arthritis, nerve pain, or muscle tightness are particularly at risk. You might notice more swelling and more tension in your legs. That ache that used to fade now lingers. And it doesn't stop there. Your legs are your foundation. When inflammation settles into your lower body, it slows blood flow and throws off coordination. You feel less stable. Movements you once did without thinking, like climbing stairs, stepping off a curb, and walking across a room, suddenly take more effort. You may hesitate, you may stumble. Eating eggplant occasionally might not cause an immediate reaction, but over time, consistent intake can wear down your mobility. For many seniors, the connection between eggplant and joint pain isn't obvious at first. The effects build slowly, often attributed to normal aging or existing conditions. But research suggests that for some individuals, especially those with inflammatory conditions, nightshade vegetables like eggplant can exacerbate symptoms. It's not just the solanine that's concerning. Eggplants also contain compounds called alkaloids that can interfere with nerve function in sensitive individuals. These alkaloids may temporarily affect how nerve signals travel between your brain and muscles, potentially impacting coordination and reaction time, both critical factors in preventing falls and maintaining independence. The skin of the eggplant contains the highest concentration of these compounds. If you suspect eggplant might be affecting your mobility or comfort, consider eliminating it from your diet for 3 to 4 weeks and note any changes in how your joints feel or how easily you move. This simple experiment can provide valuable personal insight into how this vegetable affects your unique body. The third vegetable that seniors should be cautious about might surprise you. It's tomatoes. Yes, those bright red fruits, botanically speaking, that find their way into countless dishes might be silently contributing to inflammation and mobility issues in sensitive individuals, especially those over 60. Like eggplant, tomatoes belong to the nightshade family and contain solanine and other alkaloids that can trigger inflammatory responses in some people. What makes tomatoes particularly concerning is their ubiquity in the American diet. They're in pasta sauces, soups, sandwiches, salads, and countless other dishes. This means that if you're sensitive to their compounds, you're likely consuming them frequently enough to maintain a constant low level of inflammation in your system. Tomatoes also contain high levels of glutamate, a natural amino acid that acts as an excitatory neurotransmitter. The acidity of tomatoes presents another concern for many older adults. As we age, our digestive systems often become more sensitive, and the high acid content in tomatoes can contribute to reflux, heartburn, and general digestive discomfort. When you're uncomfortable, you're less likely to maintain the physical activity that's so crucial for preserving mobility and independence. For those with arthritis or joint pain, tomatoes may be particularly problematic. A survey conducted by the Arthritis Foundation found that many people with arthritis report that nightshade vegetables, including tomatoes, exacerbate their symptoms. While this evidence is anecdotal rather than clinical, it's worth considering if you're struggling with persistent joint pain or stiffness. If you enjoy tomatoes and don't want to eliminate them completely, there are ways to potentially reduce their negative effects. Cooking tomatoes thoroughly breaks down some of the problematic compounds, making them less likely to trigger inflammation. Yellow and orange varieties tend to be lower in solanine than red tomatoes, making them a potentially better choice for sensitive individuals. If you decide to reduce or eliminate tomatoes from your diet, you'll need alternatives for the flavor and acidity they provide in cooking. Red bell peppers offer a similar sweetness and can be roasted and pureed to replace tomatoes in many sauces. Carrots and beets can provide color and sweetness in soups and stews. And for acidity, a splash of balsamic vinegar or a squeeze of lemon can often fill the role that tomatoes would typically play in a dish. Creating a balanced diet that supports mobility and independence after 60 isn't about strict rules or deprivation. It's about making informed choices that honor your body's changing needs. The vegetables we've discussed today are just one piece of a larger nutritional puzzle. Let's put it all together with some practical guidelines for daily eating. First, embrace color diversity on your plate. Different colored vegetables contain different beneficial compounds. The deep orange of carrots, the vibrant green of broccoli and spinach, and the rich purple of beets. Each color represents unique nutrients that support different aspects of your health. Aim for at least 3 different colors of vegetables daily to ensure you're getting a wide spectrum of protective compounds. Second, consider how food timing affects your energy and stability. Many seniors find that eating smaller, more frequent meals helps maintain steady blood sugar and energy levels throughout the day. This approach can prevent the fatigue and weakness that sometimes follow larger meals, potentially reducing fall risk during those vulnerable periods. Third, pair your vegetables strategically with protein and healthy fats. Protein provides the building blocks your muscles need to stay strong, while healthy fats help your body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins, like vitamins A, E, and K, found in many vegetables. A simple example would be enjoying your carrots with a small handful of nuts or adding olive oil to your steamed broccoli. Fourth, stay hydrated. Proper hydration is essential for nutrient transport, waste removal, and even the electrical signaling between your nerves and muscles that controls movement. Many vegetables have high water content, contributing to your daily fluid intake, but you'll still need to drink water consistently throughout the day. Fifth, be mindful of medication interactions. Some vegetables, particularly leafy greens, high in vitamin K, can interact with blood-thinning medications. If you're on such medications, you don't need to avoid these nutritious foods. Just keep your intake consistent from day to day and inform your healthcare provider about your typical diet. By thoughtfully incorporating vegetables like carrots, broccoli, and spinach, while minimizing those that might trigger inflammation or blood sugar spikes, you're making a powerful investment in your continued mobility and independence. These aren't just food choices, they're quality of life choices that can influence how you experience each day. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small, consistent changes to your vegetable choices can yield significant benefits over time. Your body is remarkably responsive to the care you give it, even after decades of established habits. It's never too late to make choices that support your strength, stability, and joy of movement. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. If you found this information valuable, please share it with someone you care about. Together, we can spread knowledge that has the potential to change lives. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health information designed specifically for those of us embracing our golden years with wisdom and vitality.